Since its inception, the Batman Arkham franchise has been one of the most critically acclaimed third-party adventure series of the previous console generation. With the franchise's success and Rocksteady's impressive track record, it should be no surprise that the series' first foray into the new generation of consoles is one of our most anticipated releases of 2015. In 2009, Rocksteady released Batman Arkham Asylum, which received incredible praise as one of the best comic book superhero games ever made. The studio then followed it up 2 years later with Batman Arkham City, which brought in new villains and stepped up the previous game in almost every category. In 2013, we got Batman Arkham Origins, which was a prequel to the series but was developed by Warner Bros. Montreal rather than Rocksteady. With Batman Arkham Knight, Rocksteady is not only looking to bring Batman to the next generation of consoles, but to make the most complete Batman game they have ever made, and to give a thrilling conclusion to their Arkham trilogy. If you played the other games in the series, you'll be fairly familiar with Arkham Knight's core gameplay. In the trailers we've seen so far, the tried and true strike and counter combat system appears generally unchanged. However, Rocksteady does plan on adding some new wrinkles to the free flow combat, such as allowing Batman to use environmental finishers, chain together ground takedowns, and utilize new gadgets. The Arkham series is also known for its Predator-style gameplay, where Batman needs to resort to stealth in order to take out a handful of enemies. Rocksteady has promised new elements in predatory situations, such as the Fear takedown, where you can take down up to 3 enemies in a single move. And of course, it would not be a game without the world's greatest detective if there wasn't some detective work to be done. Detective mode from previous games, which allows Batman to see enemies and important aspects of the environment, is likely to return. Rocksteady has said detective mode will return, but has remained quiet on changes or new ways that the system will be implemented. While some new gadgets and combat animations are nice additions to the traditional Arkham gameplay, they are minor compared to the addition of the Batmobile. An element that fans have been clamoring for ever since the first game, Rocksteady finally got the confidence and necessary power from the next generation consoles to bring the Dark Knight's iconic vehicle into the game. As Batman, you can summon the vehicle at any time while roaming Gotham and use it to traverse the city, which is 5 times larger than the map in Arkham City. At any time, you can also eject yourself and travel by gliding over rooftops, letting you seamlessly go from the air to a ground chase and vice versa. The Batmobile comes with 2 modes, Pursuit and Battle. Pursuit is all about speed and using the Batmobile to get around Gotham, and Battle gives a new combat mechanic to the Arkham series, as it essentially turns the Batmobile into a glorified tank with cannons, a riot suppressor, rockets, and more. This will be crucial for taking down the drones and tanks roaming the city.
Invest in Gotham. Treat its people like family.
Arkham Knight takes place 1 year after Arkham City. The Joker is dead, and as such, there's now a power vacuum among the Gotham Rogues gallery. These villains are united under Scarecrow, who has developed some sort of chemical weapon that he plans on unleashing on Gotham, leading to the city's evacuation. Your goal in the game is fairly simple. As Batman, you need to stop Scarecrow and save the city. Among those uniting with Scarecrow are some familiar faces in Two-Face, Harley Quinn, and Penguin. Rocksteady has also added a new villain to the mix. When the game was initially revealed, many took the Arkham Knight in the title to be a reference to Batman himself. However, there is a villain in the game named the Arkham Knight. There is no Arkham Knight in the history of Batman villains, so either Rocksteady has created a brand new character, or a character from the Batman universe is masquerading under a new name. And outside of the fact that he has hordes of mercenaries and vehicles at his disposal, we really don't know anything else about the character, and Rocksteady probably isn't keen on telling us more before the game's launch, in order to keep that sense of mystery alive. From the voice acting perspective, the most notable change is that Kevin Conroy is once again Batman. Having voiced the Cape Crusader in the first 2 games, he returns to capture the role once again after having been replaced in Arkham Origins. Other big names include Nolan North and Troy Baker, who will be returning as Penguin and Two-Face, respectively. Nick Rundle, Rocksteady's audio director and composer for the first 2 games, is returning to create the soundtrack for Arkham Knight. He has brought in some Hollywood talent in David Buckley, who previously worked on The Town, to help compose. Arundel has said that the game's music will include variations of the Batman theme and will mimic the current atmosphere of the game, with fight sequences having music that gets progressively more intense. Parts of the soundtrack will also be slower and more distorted to reflect Scarecrow's influence. Some people are still looking for a reason for that one standout game to purchase a next-gen console. Batman Arkham Knight could be that game. The franchise did so much right during the previous generation, and Rocksteady has the talent to pull off a truly next-generation adventure. Batman Arkham Knight will be releasing on June 2nd for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, and we cannot wait to once again don the cowl and defend the people of Gotham.